The ability to influence an audience gives a speaker power. And this is particularly powerful when we use emotional appeals because emotions impact people in a very deep way. And often, the use of emotions can override any sort of reasoning that an individual has. So, what we get through emotional appeals and other persuasive strategies is a degree of power or control over an audience. It may not be an absolute control, but we still have the ability to influence our audience. We are, in essence, lighting a fire. And that means that we need to be prepared for what impacts that fire has. There's a very interesting clip from the Jimmy Kimmel Show where they interview people about Obamacare versus the Affordable Care Act. Now, of course, this is interesting because Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act are the same thing. They're just two different terms for the same thing. But what you get out of these interviews is a sense of how emotions can override people's thinking. The emotional attachments to the terms Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act influence the way people see things and in some ways kind of short circuit their thinking. And as a result, you see how they go with the emotions over actually thinking through the process. And this happens to people on both sides of the political aisle. And as a result, we get a sense of just how powerful and how much control wording in a speech can have over our audience. And if we're going to use emotional appeals, that power is strengthened even further.